street with your head high. You know I saw you. Kinky hair, sneakers on your feet, skirts about that high. Just show me a little bit. I love just to hear you talk, baby. I could dance to the rhythm of your walk. It's crazy.
We're going live. All right. Welcome to the Talk Sip. I'm your host, Alisa Bowens-Mercado. Each and every Thursday, join me as we talk about arts, culture, music, radio, events, relationships, and so much more. Yes, today we are having part 2 of a very, very important topic. And we are continuing the conversation. Today we are talking about being single in the Elm City. Oh yes, single in the Elm City. All those single folks out there, make sure you call us. Today we've got 2 call-in numbers. We got 203-872-7356 or 203-684-8907. Tell us why you think there are so many single people out there in the Elm City. So again, we're opening up those phone lines. This is part 2. If you're single, don't change this Facebook feed. Do not. I have 3 very special guests here with me today. I've got Laverne.
Hey.
Jackson. Yes. She's going to be doing Laverne is going to be actually doing a speed dating event this Saturday. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. And Tramel, relationship expert, guru, is here with us. So Tramel Lawrence, welcome to the Talk Sip.
Yes. Thank you so much.
And then we have Jason McCula, who's a very dear friend. As a matter of fact, he tuned in last week because he's single.
Okay.
And he's single. So Jason's going to be watching with us, and he's going to be joining us today, and he's going to give us a little bit of his experience about being single and why he thinks that there's so many single people here in the Elm City and around the the state of Connecticut, or actually in the country right now. There's a lot of single folks moving around. All right, so folks, Facebook Live, we're going to be shouting you guys out. We're going to be taking your questions and your comments. So as the old saying goes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Sit back, relax. As we serve you up a tasty mix of talk radio, you are listening to the Talk Sip. All right, folks. So our topic today is single, especially being single from 35 to 65. Oh, yes, there's some 65-year-olds out there and even 70-year-olds that are out there that are single. So want to address what everyone thinks about, being single. So you know what we're going to do? Ladies first, Laverne. Thank you so much for joining us. Why don't you introduce yourself, and why don't you give your perspective about being single and in the Elm City? What do you think?
Oh, well, I like it. I am single, and being single in Elm City is okay for those who want to be single. I prefer to be coupled up with someone, but at this time, I am presently single because what's out there, what I've been finding is people are out there, or the men that are out there do not have any time for relationships. See, they don't want to give their relationship any time. Everything is done at the snap of a finger right now.
So you're saying that men they're not putting the time and the effort into a relationship.
Exactly. They don't want a relationship. They don't have time for a relationship.
So I think there's going to be some folks, honestly, that are going to beg to differ. Probably, maybe the 2 gentlemen that are joining me. So, Tramel, let's get your perspective on dating and single. And you have a book, Dear Brothers, Dear Sisters, that we're going to be talking about a bit later in the show.
There goes.
Yes. So, to Laverne's comment that men don't want to put time in a relationship, what do you say to that?
Well, I say that a lot of brothers these days, they just don't have, 97% don't understand the proper way to court a woman these days. And
we talked about courting last week.
Yeah, we did. So they don't have the capability or learning experience on how to lead in a proper way. So what I usually tell females is just continue to focus on yourself and continue to be classy, and the right man will approach you.
Okay.
You know, so there are some brothers out there that are looking for relationships as women, but it just so many, the media, all this cuffing and thought process, and women, you know, gravitate towards certain individuals, and they have to portray themselves in a way that will gravitate the right men towards them.
So you're saying, so what you're saying is that men will, and you should see the head shaking in here. I love it already. So what you're saying is, to her comment, men will take the time.
Yes.
Men will spend the time. Men will court. Men will date you. Men will spend not just like that wham bam thank you man, and they will do that if what? If you're saying if the situation is right, or if the situation is there.
A woman, if she keeps herself and portray herself as a classy woman, she will attract. She'll still continue to attract the thirsty brothers. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, they out there.
Yes, they out there. Thirsty.
The thirsty brothers, yes.
But there are some brothers that at the same time, she will also attract a good quality man. The question is that a woman has to be able to detect the difference between a low quality brother that just wants a one night stand compared to a brother that really want to get to know you. And the most important thing that women have to do, and a lot of brothers may not agree with me on this, you women have to test men. You have to test, because men will say things
that you. Well, see, I proposed this last week on the show. I proposed that people should take lie detector tests in the beginning of a relationship. Lie detector test. You know what? Because if there's something that you want to know, like literally, you should have like your own like little board and Harry no twisters.
Harry.
At this point of the show, I was saying, you know what, and I was kind of being sarcastic, but I said, if there's something that we want to know about men before we even jump into that long-term relationship, maybe there's some questions that we want to get from them that they might not be truthful in the beginning, maybe a lie detector might work.
But here's the thing. You guys do have the lie detector test.
It's our gut.
Yeah, it's your intuition. It's your intuition.
Yes.
You guys do have it. Thank you. I'll give you an example. Like if a brother, you know, he can't lead, you say something like, hey, what do you want to do? And the brother just be like, oh, what do you want to do? He's not giving you the flag that he's willing to lead. Now, a brother that leads will be like, you say, what do you want to do? Be like, hey, you know, there's a restaurant down the street, you know, grab your hand, let's go out get something to eat.
Right.
Or if he's working, be like, listen, babe, I'm working right now, but afterwards, let's get a snack.
Right, and I'll surprise you.
Right.
Okay, got it. But no, we're going to bring in Jason right now. Jason, because Jason, welcome to the show, Jason.
Thank you.
Jason, single, correct?
Yep.
And but you've dated and
I've dated all types of women.
All types of women.
Okay.
And so, what do you say to Laverne, where she said where men just are not spending that time?
Well, here's the thing. I think the millennials have it figured out. They go on dates. There's no problem. I think when you talk about our generation, 35 to 65, I think that women have been to a lot of experiences with men. Men have been to a lot of experience with women, and women are now guarded. And, you know, so they've been burned by men. Men been burned by women. And it's not about courting anymore. It's about like, let me in. You know, you know, can I, you know, let me in. I'm not a bad guy. Give me a chance. But a lot of women still gravitate to those thugs, to the bad boys, to, you know, flashy cars, all this stuff. And then you have the independent women that just don't need a man, and they feel they can do everything on their own, and that goes nowhere.
You're right.
And I'm gonna say, can I please cut in on that one? I'm gonna say that is a woman's mistake.
Absolutely.
So what do you think a woman's mistake is?
That is a woman's mistake to say that, well, I have a job, I make my own money, I don't need you. She's a lie.
Right.
Women need men.
You
End of the day,
a man in your life, honey. Because if you don't have a man in your life, who's gonna make love to you?
That's right. But now they got so many gadgets.
Who is gonna open the door for you? Okay.
Well, listen, they've got. I mean, come on, we're coming into right.
I'm a romantic, and I want to be romanticized.
But then you got those women that I could open my own door. I could pay my own bills. I don't need you to take me to restaurants.
They're making it bad for those women.
Keep it moving.
Right. But they're making it bad for those women out here like us who I want my door opened. I want someone to court. I don't want to open up a door. I don't want to really, I mean, I have the money, but I don't, pay for dinners. Like like I saw my dad never allow my mom to pay for anything.
That's right.
Call me old fashioned, call me old school.
Traditional.
Now, but you know what? But then my mom, every once in a while on his birthday, would say, okay, I'm treating for the movies. I'm paying. And even then he was uncomfortable with that.
Right.
But now you've got guys who are not going either in their pockets or women are just like, I got this.
Or they just want one thing. They want one thing from a woman.
We have to really set this back. If a woman constantly saying, I got this, that's because she don't know how it feels to be treated like a woman.
That's right.
You see, if she don't know how it feels to be treated like a woman, she don't know how to act.
That's right.
So then that's where you come in, baby. Calm down, baby. I got you.
Right. And that's a man leading. And what you just said that's a man
why
leading.
These are some type of women that need that because they never got that. They don't know how it feels to be treated beautifully. They don't know how it feels to be treated nicely. And another thing, as far as a woman paying the tab, sometime I'm versatile. I don't need you to pay for my dinner every time. Guess what I'm gonna do, baby? I'm gonna pay for yours.
Well, that shows that you're in the relationship for all the right reasons.
Right.
That's a 50-50 thing. It's not no 70-30 or no 60-40. Hey, I'm talking about the 50-50. All right, let me stop.
Well, here's my thing. Like, I see from both perspectives. I see it from the degree that some women do have to play a little bit of defense before they bring that guy on the team. Because you have to find ways to not just wallow and let every brother in. I think one of the most common things that a lot of women make these days is that they put popularity and money ahead of how a brother treats you.
That's wrong.
The most primary thing that you women need to do out there is pay attention to how he treats you. See if he has high integrity. Is he consistent? Is he the type of brother that'll tell you exactly how he feels? If you got a yes man, the type of brother that'll agree with everything you say just to please you, that is a red flag. Those type of brothers that be like, I'm nice, but there's no actions behind it.
Right.
Then in the long run, that woman will lose respect. And when a woman lose respect, she can't love you. So I tell brothers out there, it's cool to be a gentleman, but you got to have a backbone. Tell women out there, listen, it's okay. Because
we don't want to feel like we could walk all over you. Or we want to know that you'll protect us.
Right. You want a man.
We want a man. We want a man. Now we don't want
Right.
We don't want the yes man.
Right.
We want the baby. Do you really have my back? Right. I got you. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be throwing off my stilettos to have to fight. I'm like, you got this, right? Listen, I'm not breaking like the nails and the pedicures. I'm like, I don't want to, I'm good, right? You got this.
But that's a common mistake. In my book, we talk about, when we describe brothers, a king version. So the K stands for keep yourself under control. There's a lot of brothers out there that have a lot of feminine essence in them, so they get very emotional, out of control. So that's the K for king. The I stands for invest in yourself. A lot of brothers out there just on the couch playing video games, smoking weed. They're not really going out there to put that in themselves. And then N, the N in king stands for never put yourself last. Some brothers are approval seeking. Oh, she's pretty, so I got to put her on a pedestal. No, have your own beliefs, have your values. A woman will love you and respect you if you have your own beliefs and values. And G in king stands for get down to business. You know what I'm saying? Be a go-getter. Don't allow that woman, if you like a woman, qualify her. Go up there and approach her. Don't be the type of brother that's in the corner, shy, just not doing anything, expecting her to play that role, which you're supposed to play that role.
Right.
And if you follow that king philosophy in my book that I broke down, brothers, you'll be all right. I mean, like I said,
there's hope for single folks in the Elm City.
Oh yeah,
there's hope. What is that I for?
The I for investing in yourself. King stands for keep yourself under control, which I explained in the book. I stands for invest yourself. N stands for never put yourself last, and G stands for get down to business. Women can use that philosophy too, by the way.
Can I say something? I think
sure. We're gonna bring Jason.
I think a lot of times that women analyze relationships when they get into it. They're waiting for the guy to mess up. They're waiting for him to cheat. Therefore, they don't give 100%. They constantly guarded, and rightfully so. They've been burned. They've been hurt. Right. And then when the good guy comes along, they can't tell the difference, and they don't give him a chance to see what he's gonna do, what he's about. What he how he's gonna treat you, how he treats his mother, how he treats his family. They don't even get to that point.
But you know what? I think that's like going into it the wrong way, because it's just like if you're looking at someone already to set up for them to fail, and you're like, okay, I know it's coming. I know he's going to cheat, and I know he's going to be. you're setting yourself up. Clean slate, I think, with single folks.
Right.
Clean slate. It's just like whatever you're bringing, whatever they're bringing, leave the baggage at the door. Everybody's gonna have a little remnant, and that because that's human nature.
Right.
But this guy might not literally be the guy that's gonna cheat on you.
Right.
Well, here's the thing: masculine energy is about breaking down barriers, having a purpose in life, having a mission. I think a lot of brothers, the mistakes they make is that when they see a gorgeous woman, because we're visual creatures, we'll just put women on a pedestal. We'll keep on chasing. We'll keep on trying to prove ourselves, which is approval-seeking behavior, instead of just remaining mysterious. Don't lay all your cards on the table. You go on the first date, don't tell her your social security number, your license plate number. You've been through 5 divorces and all this other stuff.
Right. We don't want to hit. Yeah.
You want to be mysterious. So I usually tell brothers, when you first meet a woman, if you meet her on Friday, wait till Tuesday to call you, because at that time she's wondering about you. All these other guys that she probably got numbers from, they probably calling her the next day. Hey, can I take you out? They just constantly being aggressive. Whereas with the brother, he just remained mysterious, and that woman's going to wonder. And you have to give women that ideal pace in order for them to come to you. Because I always say, women are like cats. You know what I'm saying?
Women are like cats.
Wait a minute, hold up.
I gotta say something.
Women are like cats.
Let me finish my thought.
Hey, Crystal,
in other words, if you continue to try to chase after that cat gonna be scared. But you notice when the cat come in the room, they're comfortable with somebody, they're gonna go over there and rub against their leg, and then they're gonna walk away.
Like dogs.
Exactly, and that's
cats don't like dogs. I love it.
But one thing about those cats, they can detect who is comfortable and have a good rapport, compared to the one that's aggressive, chasing the cat all around and everything.
I'm gonna buy a cat.
Buy her a cat.
I'm gonna buy her a cat.
Buy her a cat.
That's the
so listen, if you're just joining in, we are talking about being single in the Elm City. So if you are single in the Elm City, folks, give us a buzz. We're taking how are you? We're taking calls all day on the station for the next hour. 203-684-8907. So we have joining us Laverne, Tramel, and Jason. Yes. We're talking about being single. Why are so many people single? But we have relationship expert here, Tramel Lawrence, who has written a book, and he's telling us some of the things we should watch out for, some of the things to detect. Now, last week we were talking about putting it all out there on the table. So you're right. If you are that guy, and Jason, I think you had called in.
Right.
He's a great brother, but we got to find him somebody that's someone compatible. But you know what we were saying is you don't want to let everybody know first date what you have. So Jason, because you know what, like you said, you've got your own stuff. You travel a lot. You've got stuff.
Right.
And some goals. So someone might detect that as, okay, he's got cars. And trust me, I've seen some of the cars, but he's worked his behind off.
He has his life together.
He's got his life together.
Right. But let's see what she's going to bring to the table.
Right. So do you suggest that Jason, who has his stuff going on for him, and he happens to have stuff, that he's worked hard for, like materials, do you suggest that he not mention that first date?
It's not about even mentioning it, though. It's not even about mentioning it.
So
if I pull up to the restaurant with a Mercedes, or I pick her up at a Mercedes, or the next day I pick her up at an Audi, it's because I'm not trying to impress her. It's just these are my cars. This is my lifestyle. I love cars. So that's my thing. But she may look at me and say, well, he's cocky. He's got all this money. He thinks who he is. In her mind, she's not acting that out to me, but in her mind, in her fickle brain, she's really analyzing me, judging me, and saying, "Oh, he's got this, he's got that, he got that. Right. He's a player. He's this, he's that." She's already judging me. She's already got me. She thinks she got me figured out.
But do you think most women think? Okay.
Not all women.
Not all women, but there are.
Okay. I'm going to touch on what Jason
not all women. Okay.
I'm going to touch on what Jason just said because I guess it has to be his experience as what you have experienced as far as meeting different women and what they're thinking. You really don't know what a woman's thinking until you have a conversation with her. So I don't know if you approach these women in a nice, calmly manner, or you just pulled up to the bumper and got out. You're like, I'm
talking about like a date, like a date.
A date.
If you're on a date, then she should already know a little bit. I mean, something.
Like a first date. You don't know too much.
You're going out.
Right.
You're going out. Oh, we got some avenues. I got some questions that you need. I got some questions for you. You need to come to my event.
Yes.
I got 30 starter questions, nice and easy on the brain.
Okay. But you don't do 30 starter questions the first date, right?
I know. You give them so they can choose whatever
Take
they
5
need.
from the 30?
Whatever you want. You got 10 minutes.
Okay, sister.
I'm going to come my high school math book.
I am going to say this to also talk on what Tremel was talking about as far as the king, the K, the I, and the N, and the G. You see, because he said the K is the king, which should represent the Q for the queen. This is perfectly, because, a king takes care of his queen as well as a queen takes care of her king. And we go down to the I. The I is to invest. Invest in themselves. Invest in relationship. Invest in communication. Invest in making this a better relationship. Now we're going to go to the U for the woman. Yeah, once you invest in a relationship, I hope she not to be unfaithful. Because she's going to be unfaithful. She might going to lose that king. So we're going to swing it on back to the end. And the end says, never put yourself down. Women, you too. Do not put yourself
Keep those
down.
standards
and
up.
that goes for us on the E. The E is to engage in conversation with the gentleman. At my thing, you're going to have 10 minutes, baby. Engage in the conversation.
The speed dating.
Get to know him. Ask questions. Don't assume.
Don't assume anything.
Ask the questions, okay? And then we go on down to the G, which is King, which is the king. Get down to business. I'm going to tell you.
What's business?
Whatever he want to say, get down to business. We're gonna figure it out in a second. I don't know if he mean, babe, you got a job. Are we gonna do this thing? Are we gonna be 50-50 relationship? I mean, when he get down to the G, we must be a relationship already. Get down to business.
Okay, but so now, okay.
I'm on my E. I'm on my second E right there.
Okay.
Enjoy. He says, let's get down to business, baby. That's your second E. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, people are not enjoying each other anymore.
Right.
Relax.
Yeah.
Let him be a man. Okay, a lot of women don't know how to relax and let the man be the man. Women got to learn to stay in their lane, and that's why they lose good men.
Guys,
because they want to overtake the man, and they got to know you are not a man, baby. And then we go right down to the end.
Yeah, because we got to get these guys in here. Yeah,
I don't know. King had so many letters.
I know.
Queen, that's right. Never settle for less, my ladies.
Right.
Keeping it real.
And she's absolutely right about that. And that's why I say integrity is very important, because that's the core of everything. You know, you got to make sure that the man that you're dating
has integrity.
Exactly. If his
values, morals.
Right.
Exactly.
Does he have a belief system?
Hey,
for example, if a woman just be like, the sky is red, and the guy just agreeing like, yes, the sky is red. No, that man should, I call that positive friction. Some guys will be like, oh, if I say the sky is not really red, but agree with her, I'm avoiding some sort of confrontation with her. No, you got to have positive friction to let her know that I have my own mind.
Yeah.
So that way, and then she'll be more trustworthy towards that person.
Right.
So that's what it really boils down to.
So let me ask you something. So and I was looking at percentages here in Connecticut. There's a lot of single folks. We've done some events together. There's a speed dating event coming up this Saturday at Woodbridge Social. There are people literally looking for folks, to date. There are people that want to date. They want to be engaged. They want to enjoy. They want to have someone, especially like have fun and enjoy life. But it really has become like one of those things where I just, people are like, this single life. They're like, oh my gosh. They're like, it's just, but there's
no real men out there, they're saying.
But there are real men out there. We got 2 real men sitting here.
Get out of the comfort zone. We told them this last week.
Yeah, you got to get out of your comfort zone because where are people finding relationships? Like where are these single people going? Are they going online? Are they in the grocery store? Are they at church? Are they in bars?
Grocery stores, everywhere.
I mean,
they're everywhere.
They are.
Yeah. So
they're everywhere. Even walking down the street in the library.
Right.
And
we were just saying, and we were just saying, people need to get off their phones and their devices at some point, because you might miss that person that could be meant for you that's walking right by you. Okay, so we want to make sure that no one is missing their opportunity. We're going to take a quick break. Okay. All right. We're still going to stay on live. We're going to be answering questions. But now when we come back, we're going to be let's get into some single relationship, like dive into it. We're going to dive into it. Yes. And there's some things that you talk about in your book, and so we're going to take it from one of your chapters. But folks, if you are single and you are out there, please don't touch that dial. We have great guests on the show today. All right, we'll be right back. Guys, see you in 2.
Right back. Yeah.
And welcome back to the Talk Sip. I'm your host, Alisa Bowens-Mercado. Each and every Thursday, you join me here on the Talk Sip. We broadcast live from downtown New Haven. We're streaming live in TuneIn Radio and newhavenindependent.org. We are also streaming live video on Facebook. And I want to shout out to all of my folks who are checking us right now on Facebook Live.
Yes.
We see you, and we're excited that you're joining us, especially if you are single in the Elm City. You don't have to be single for that long. There's a amazing opportunity that there's some single folks that are out there, and we're trying to give you the mindset, the skill, and the opportunity to meet that special someone. You know what? Yes. There are people right now who say they are in relationships, but they still feel like they're single. So not only are single people having a hard time, there's some folks that are in relationships maybe that are like, they still need to find that it in
the right fit
in the relationship. So I'm talking to single people. I'm talking to folks who honestly who are married or dating or already in it for maybe 6, 7, 8 months. It's important that we keep
it fresh.
We got to keep it fresh.
Yeah, you keep it exciting. You know, you have to work in a relationship. You can't just get together and think that's it. No, baby. Every day is work.
It's
if
like
you want
being
the relationship to last, you got to work every day to make things happen, do different things, go different places, play hide and seek, play tag, do something, make it exciting.
Y'all better get to the hide and seek. Yeah,
there's hide and seek when she goes shopping. Yeah. And you got to chase her.
Right, hide and seek.
Where is she?
Baby, come back before you spend.
The courtship doesn't stop. The courtship never stops.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. So, from the book, Dear Brothers, Dear Sisters, Dear Uninformed Brothers, read, educate yourself, and use advanced technology to your advantage to make yourself a better man. You must unlearn the dysfunctional things that you were taught. So give me an example of something that maybe a gentleman who, is got it all together, but they've got some messed up dysfunctional things that in the past have really just they keep at him and they can't shake it. What are you gonna suggest?
Well, what I would suggest is that if you're a man out there and you're struggling to try to figure out who you are, I always say surround yourself with quality men.
Hey, Darlene.
I grew up by a single mother, and what taught me was the mentors out there. My counselors out there. I surround myself with quality men, and I see how they were treating their lady and how they were showing their masculinity. And that's what propelled me to become a better version of myself. So same with women. If you feel like, you're so used to seeing dysfunctional relationships, take yourself out the equation. Surround yourself around quality women. The type of women that would tell you, like, listen, this is what you should look out for. listen, you should not carry yourself that way. You don't have to use profanity in every single sentence. You don't have to twerk live on Facebook every 20 seconds.
Right.
You know, carry yourself with
Ladies,
class.
no twerking. The men out there these days
Carry
don't want you
yourself with
twerking.
I'm sending the number.
So, I mean, that's what I think. That's the first thing when I mentioned advanced technology. You can go to YouTube. You can type up, you know, brothers like Steven Smith. I give props to him. People like Corey Wayne. These brothers that really know what they're talking about and really break things down. So you can see from that level. Because these days with advanced technology, you can use that to your advantage to become a better version of yourself as well.
Exactly. So now, okay, so Jason, I'm going to turn this over to you. So now, Jason, single. Ladies, we've got Jason, who's single. That's right. Nice guy. Nice guy. What are you looking for? Because that's key. What are you looking for in a relationship?
It's a good question.
It's like this. I think that what I'm looking for is just a positive woman. You know, positive equals positive.
Yeah.
You know, you could have your hang-ups with certain things. You could like to shop, whatever. But I think at the end of the day, we have to. Home is neutral zone. It's, you know,
right.
You know, it doesn't matter if you got kids or whatever. It just matters that you're a good person. You're doing your thing. You're not sitting home watching soap operas all day.
Right.
And waiting for your government check to come in. No, you're doing something with your life. You're always progressing. You're trying to hustle, trying to grind. Whatever it is, do it.
So you like a positive. You want someone that's positive.
Just positive. Just be happy.
Be happy.
No drama.
No drama.
Everybody has problems. Everybody's grown up with issues.
No negative Betty.
Right.
Yeah, at this stage in the game, everybody's got something.
Absolutely. So I think we just got to keep it mellow, keep it positive, and just enjoy one another. Be honest with each other. Communication is key.
Honest.
And what I was saying to have what Lavelle was saying, I think it doesn't start with a relationship to learn from different peers and different positive people. I think you need to learn that before you get into a relationship.
Starts at home.
It starts at home. It starts with other. Find yourself, build yourself first.
Right.
Before you get into a relationship, you should be a man already. You should know what you want, know how to handle it. And then when you get the woman, it's like it should be easy.
Right. That should be the icing
on the cake.
relationship.
It's the bonus.
Cake.
Boom, I got everything.
Right.
I got all these cars, I got whatever. That's all material. It doesn't mean anything. I could care less about them.
Right.
It's just my hobby.
Happiness.
It's just it's just a hobby for me. But I would burn all those cars in a second for a great woman.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Those are all material things. Don't mean nothing. It's at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you got to be real with each other.
Right.
You know.
Exactly. Yeah. No. And that's amazing. Like you said, it's material.
It's material.
It's material. It is beyond material.
You know. We mentioned advanced technology, and I'll plug this in. We are coming out with a relationship website called dbdssingles.com. It's coming down the pike within a few weeks. Quality brothers such as Jason, quality sisters such as quality people, no riffraff, just like our group. So, but the whole object of a relationship is about giving. You can't go into a relationship with a mentality like I'm expecting something in return. Right. The purpose of a relationship is both individuals give their all, whether it's emotional, whether it's financial. And when you give, it's like Lego blocks. When you give Lego blocks, all you do is just build. Right. But if you go into a relationship with somebody that plays Jenga, all they're going to do is take those blocks and it's going to collapse.
Right.
Yes.
You feel me, everyone?
Right. No Jengas.
No Jenga.
You know what, Darlene? We have Darlene Leak who is watching. Hi, Darlene. She said, positive women and constructive.
That's right.
But positive and constructive women. Because there's a lot of solid women out there. And I just think everybody's not connecting. Like the axle of life for single folks is not
aligned.
Right.
And humble. You've got to be humble. Everybody's got to stay humble in this whole single thing. So no, we want to, like I said, and ladies, Jason's on the show. Tramel, you and I are married folks.
Yeah, we're married.
But we're married folks. We're loving marriage, and it happens, and it does happen, and it's wonderful, and it's amazing.
I love it. And for those people out there that saying marriage is pain and suffering, when you find somebody that has the same values as you and the same mindset, marriage is a beautiful thing. It's a blessing, not a hindrance.
Absolutely.
So that's to those people out there saying like, oh, Single for the rest of my life. Marriage is a piece of paper. Knows beyond that. You're making that.
It's not a piece of paper.
You're making that commitment before God, and that's what it's about.
And that's another show because people are saying, you know what? Why, get married these days when everybody's shacking up?
Right.
Like, let's just shack up and cohabitate, and no one has to get married or walk down the aisle. I just honestly I don't think that's the right way to go about it.
Any man that's really serious about any woman will sign their name on the dotted line. I don't care if it's a lease. I don't care if it's a cardinal. I don't care if it's a birth certificate to say that you're the father. That includes like marriage certificate. If a man is really serious about you, he'll sign his name on the dotted line. But that's till they get to the threshold to make sure that you are a quality woman.
I don't think you do that. The right way to go. We got music now. We got all kind of stuff coming in.
It's a good brother, good sister.
So, do we have any comments from your viewers?
Yes, we had Angeline call. She called and she stated that the men they're not any really good men out there trying to date good women anymore. And we also got a statement from Angela who's asking for that number so she can call in. 203-684-8907, Angela, or you can dial in with 203-872-7256. Waiting for your call. Hey, Maria.
Yeah, but we were just saying there are good men and women out there. Come on, we cannot, no, it's just like someone saying all men cheat. No, all men don't cheat.
Right.
All men
don't cheat.
Right.
All women are not,
Right.
I think this is what women should do.
Liars.
Expect the unexpected.
Ooh, I love that.
And I say that because you cannot put a tab on that man 24 hours a day.
And you should not have to.
Right.
Anybody you got to look for, it's not worth having.
Thank you. So if you don't have trust in your relationship, you don't have a relationship. And if he loves you, he's going to treat you like a queen. And if he wants to cheat on you, guess what, my love? He's going to cheat.
Anyway,
he's going to cheat. We pray that they don't, but please just expect the unexpected. And as long as he's taking care of home, but if you catch him, baby, listen.
Do what you got to do.
That's when integrity comes into play.
We're praying that doesn't happen to you young women out there.
Right.
Okay.
No, listen, young and old.
Right.
Come on with your questions, y'all.
So, we were talking about the events last week. So this Saturday, at Woodbridge Social. Okay, if you're out there and you're listening, folks, come on. If you're single, because some people they think it's a stigma. They think, okay, I'm single. What am I gonna get out of this? Like, what? I'm telling you, you're not gonna find single people. You're not gonna feed yourself or get that if you don't go to the grocery store. You have to go to certain places in order to get stuff that you need.
You have to be seen.
You have to be seen, but you can't sit in the house and
gotta be a social butterfly.
You got to be.
Someone,
you got to get out there.
Exactly.
So this Saturday, there is a.
I'm gonna talk about it, right?
Yep, there is at Woodbridge Social. There is a single Among Us.
Yes.
It presents Speed Night.
Speed date
night.
Yes.
It's ages 40. Well, no, we're bringing that back.
35.
Yeah.
35.
Okay.
But there's still some 30-year-olds that are kind of looking.
I'm trying to gear toward the older crowd that are still single like me. Okay. All right, because I'm serious. There's some young, beautiful women out there, and now these men, 50, 60, they're looking at young women. They're really out there. They're out there, but so are women. Women looking at younger men, and that's just the way it's going.
Well, older men,
as far as say, if a 55-year-old woman looking at a 45-year-old man. Right. Or a 55-year-old man looking at a 45-year-old woman.
Okay, so what's the age range for this single?
For this event,
this
I started at 35, so I continue to be 35, 40 and over, because we're looking for people that are in our caliber to hopefully find a connection. There's all kinds of ways
people
you can.
From 35 to 65.
The 65
should come out to the speed
You really
dating.
should come out. It's this Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Woodbridge Social. It's at 12 Southern Street in Woodbridge. I'm telling you, come on out, meet some good people, mingle, and have some fun. It's gonna be a great time.
So speed dating, check this out. If you haven't speed dated before,
I've never speed dated.
You haven't speed dated. All right,
come on, Jason.
I've never speed. I can't make it this Saturday.
Coming, ladies.
No, I can't come this Saturday. I got a Puerto Rican festival in New Haven. I'm sponsoring.
Oh, Jason. Okay,
sponsoring.
There'll be more. We're going to be actually doing some collaborations.
Absolutely.
Yes. And for Angie, quickly, your number is 203-684-8907.
That's the call-in number.
Or 203-872-7256. 5356.
7356.
I'm sorry, 7356.
So speed dating, you will have the opportunity to meet single folks in the area.
Right.
You have 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes.
To talk to 10 men.
To talk to 10 men, 10 women, and just rotate.
You
and
will
get
rotate.
to find.
You will rotate, and you will be talking to different men.
Wow.
Now, Maria states here that some men can't handle a good quality woman until they realize that they lost. I feel like, why bother?
No bother.
Don't
always
give
bother,
up,
folks.
Maria.
Glasses always half full, Maria.
Right.
Don't ever give up.
Tell her again.
Maria,
That's
glasses always half full. Never give up. Don't say don't bother.
That's right.
That's when you throw that opportunity out the window. My sister, we don't want that to happen. Jean said New Haven's such a small town. There's not too many places to meet people compared to some other towns. And we've talked about that. New Haven is small and it's close.
Right.
People know everyone.
Right.
But what do you suggest?
My thing is that if you're in a proximity and you're just trying to make lemons, out of lemonade, you're trying to make, vice versa. If you just feel like you're still getting that same fruit, go out there and explore and try better fruit. Try grapes.
Go to New York. I go to New York. I hang out in New York all the time.
New York, right.
I hang out in New York all the time.
You have to explore. Just like Laverne mentioned and Jason mentioned, you got to explore. You got to be a social butterfly.
Come on, New York is an hour and 15 minutes away.
In Woodbridge.
Right.
Huh?
Stay in Woodbridge.
Well, yes, for the
just for the Elm City.
For the Elm City.
You gotta get yourself out there.
You can find love right here in the Elm City. You just to get out there, get out your comfort zone, and come away from where you've been used to been doing. It's not working for you.
Right.
So you have to change. Get off the internet. Come on over to Woodbridge. Search and see what's going on down there.
And Woodbridge too. You got to get out, like she said.
You got to get out.
You have to get out there. Yeah, because we're going to be hosting. And maybe we can do a collaboration.
Yes.
Right.
But we are going to host a singles mingle. Big blowout in September, end of September.
Yes.
We're going to literally have everyone on, the show, back on the show. So we could discuss just really, if everyone that knows someone that's single, bring 5 single friends. The guys, I'm going to tell the guys, get out there, 5 single friends.
Right.
Literally, let's get our single friends out there and mingling,
It just might work.
So I'm excited about that. But so any closing remarks, Jason? We'll start with you. I know this it goes by so fast.
Paparazzi. I just think that a lot of women feel that I'm gonna give it a try, but these guys are players and cheaters. They go on these social events just to see if they can bag another girl.
Hey, Lisa.
I just think that you just gotta come, relax, and whatever happens.
Right,
and just be open-minded. Just be open-minded. You never know.
Come by.
Lower the wall for that one evening just a little bit.
Right.
Right, and just say I'm single.
I'm ready to mingle.
I'm ready to mingle. That's right.
And you never know.
No, you never know. You never know. Tramel, what final thoughts?
My final thoughts is self-respect, self-worth. Make sure you have personal boundaries. Know who you are. If you haven't been having any luck, sometimes you point in 3 fingers. You have to look at yourself. So the way you change yourself, you will attract those type of people. So that's all I can say. And shout out to Mo, my wife April, that's here to support me. My baby girl Ava and Ayana. Love you guys. DBDS.
That's awesome. And Laverne, you are hosting on this
Saturday.
So tell folks out there to just come on out.
Please bring 5 single people with you.
5.
Okay. Hey, we need them. We're trying to get hooked up by this. I'm quite sure there's a lot of single people in Elm City that are single looking for a connection. You never know. It just might be your lucky night.
That's right.
So I want to thank everybody for tuning in live with us, enjoying this talk, sit with us. And let me tell you something. Come on down to Woodbridge Social, 7:00 p.m. this Saturday. See you there.
Going down.
Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Privileged being here. Love Talk Sip.
You guys are amazing.
Absolutely.
I want to thank my guests, Laverne, Tramel, and Jason. You guys are amazing. The energy in this room is actually what's going to give people hope and literally give them what they need to go out there. And you know what? Like you said, it might be that night that you've never expected.
Right.
So go out there and just take chances.
Right.
Go out there and take chances. What we're going to do is for, like I said, all those single folks, make sure you call us into the Talk Sip. if you want to be on the show. We are going to expect to hear of any success stories from your speed dating on Saturday.
Congratulations on that too.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm ready to come. Just call me.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, folks, that is my time today. Thank you guys again for joining me. The hour goes by way too quick. And don't forget, Dear Brothers, Dear Sisters, Listen Up, Tramel Lawrence. You can find him on Amazon.
Yes.
Okay, right here. That's the book, folks.
Nice.
Yes.
Congrats.
And remember, always keep your glass full. Stay positive. Stay focused. Until next time, folks, we're out of here. Thank you.
Love you.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.